Welcome to Tales Audio, where every brushstroke tells a story and every tale paints a picture. Today, we embark on a journey painted in watercolors and woven with words, featuring two of the most enduring souls on four paws, Zeus and Doug. Meet Zeus, the serene pup with a story that spans continents, and Doug, the ball of energy whose zest for life knows no bounds. As I prepare my palette and smooth out the canvas, let me invite you to their world, a world where every tail wag tales of adventures past and every bark echoes tales of joy. While I bring their essence to life with my paints, I encourage you to join in, subscribe to follow their saga, share your thoughts, and become part of our Tales audio family. Watch as each stroke captures the unique spirit of our canine heroes, from Zeus's gentle gaze to Doug's lively stance. Witness the transformation from a simple sketches to a portrait teeming with personality. And while the paint brings their image to the fore, we'll dive into a tale of loyalty, laughter, and the little quirks that make Zeus and Doug truly one of a kind. So settle in, grab your favorite drink, and let's begin our artistic journey adventure. Welcome to the tale of Zeus and Doug, a furry duo's adventure.
The Tale of Zeus and Doug, a Furry Duo's Adventure, by Justin Simon. Once upon a time, in the faraway lands of Ukraine, a young pup named Zeus was born. His early days were filled with the sights and sounds of a distant land, but fate had different plans for him. He soon found himself journeying across the globe to Canada, where his story took a heartwarming turn. Adopted by a loving family in the United States, Zeus began a new chapter in his life. Zeus, however, faced a small hurdle. He needed nasal surgery to breathe more comfortably. It was right after his surgery that he found his forever home. Zeus wasn't your typical energetic pup. He was a laid-back, lazy boy who relished his relaxation time. Long walks? Not for Zeus. He preferred short strolls, often amusingly halting his walks by sitting in the driveway, patiently waiting for his human companions, Doug and Bissy, to finish their longer walks. Our dear Zeus also had a hearty appetite, sometimes a bit too hearty, leading to some scary moments where he needed the Heimlich maneuver. Despite this, he was quite the gentle giant, undisturbed by neighbors, other dogs, or even deer. He rarely barked, except when joining in with Doug's barking, perhaps just to be part of the fun. Zeus had a peculiar love for cooking, or more specifically, for the aromas it produced. The scent of onions and bacon had him drooling in anticipation. And unlike many of his canine counterparts, Zeus had a penchant for fruits and vegetables. Toys, however, didn't interest him much, leaving all the fun and games to his brother Doug. Speaking of Doug, this lively soul had his beginnings in Washington. Initially, Doug faced challenges in his first home due to his anxious nature and fondness for digging. But when he joined his new family, those worries seemed to fade away. Doug was the epitome of energy and enthusiasm, always eager to be part of any outdoor activity, whether it was watching neighbors, greeting the postman, or observing passing deer. However, life threw a curveball at Doug with a slipped disc that temporarily paralyzed him. Surgery was an option, but it came with a hefty price tag. Instead, through dedicated care involving range of motion exercises and acupuncture, Doug made a miraculous recovery. His acupuncture sessions, complete with a peanut butter lick mat, became a routine he thoroughly enjoyed. Doug's playful spirit shone through his love for toys, which he would joyously destroy in his quest to find the squeaker inside. His adventurous streak often led him to escape the yard and explore the neighborhood, much to the dismay of his family. But, with the help of their kind neighbors, Doug was always safely returned home, even if sometimes a bit smelly from his escapades in deer poop. Zeus and Doug, with their contrasting personalities, brought endless laughter and joy to their home. Zeus, the slow and seemingly grumpy pup, and Doug, the spirited and mischievous one, made a perfectly odd yet delightful pair. Their antics and love filled the house with endless fun and warmth, much to the delight of their loving Bissy and Jeff. Their story is a testament to the unique bond and joy that pets bring into our lives. Lord of the Drool Rings, the Fellowship of the Burrowed Socks, and One Grumpy Bulldog to Rule Them All, by Justin Simon. The morning dew glittered like dragon scales, reflecting off Zeus's perpetually bewildered face as he wrestled with the tyranny of waking up. His jowls vibrated with a symphony of snores, a lullaby resistant to even the bacon siren song sizzling outside. Just then, a blur of black and brindle fur, propelled by a tail wagging like a windmill powered by sunshine, torpedoed onto his chest. "Arise, oh grumpy gargoyle," Doug chirped, eyes sparkling like disco balls in a dog park. "The world awaits our heroic slobber storms and playful tail wag earthquakes. Plus, breakfast smells like bacon dipped in moonbeams." Zeus contemplated this, his gaze bouncing between the sunbeam warm on his belly and the bacon nebula beckoning beyond the bed. A smile as rare as a three-legged squirrel with a monocle spread across his face. "Very well, Squire Squirrel Whisperer," he declared, voice gruff yet playful. "But remember, the sunbeam gets dibs on my belly after breakfast, and my jowls require at least 6 chin scritches as tribute to my grumpy magnificence." Doug bounced with the glee of a puppy riding a unicorn. "Deal, Captain Belly Flops. Now, to strategize. My intel suggests Mrs. Henderson's prize-winning geraniums hold a secret stash of socks, not just any socks, mind you, but socks knitted by singing rainbows and dipped in laughter. Shall we liberate them, like sock ninjas on a quest for whimsical wonders?" Zeus's eyes, usually half-closed in a perpetual state of suspicion, twinkled with the mischief of a gnome guarding a stash of giggleberries. "Socks, you say? Forbidden treasures woven with the dreams of dancing daisies? Count me in, sock samurai." Their morning unfolded like a kaleidoscope shaken by a laughing baby. They chased squirrels with the grace of a butterball on roller skates and a featherweight on a rocket, barking like a chorus of pirate parrots on a sugar rush. They investigated mailboxes with the seriousness of undercover hedgehogs, leaving behind tiny trails of glitter and dandelion wishes for the mailman to ponder. And yes, they unearthed a forgotten treasure trove of rainbow-kissed socks from Mrs. Henderson's geraniums, replacing them with miniature bouquets of giggleberries and bewildered earthworms. The day was a zany masterpiece of drool, sunshine, and stolen socks. Zeus, grumbling all the while, secretly relished the thrill of the chase, his snores punctuating the symphony of butterfly wings and chirping grasshoppers. Doug, a giggling hurricane of fur, led the way, nose twitching and tail wagging like a furry flag of chaos. They bounced through puddles that shimmered with bubble rainbows, their barks echoing in the quiet neighborhood like laughter lost in a whimsical wind, leaving a trail of muddy paw prints and bewildered kittens in their wake. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of bubblegum and pixie dust, Zeus settled into his sunbeam, a symphony of contented snores his only contribution to the evening chorus. Doug, curled up beside him, whispered, "Another glorious chapter in the chronicles of Grumpy and Giggles, wouldn't you say, Captain Cuddle Snuggles?" Zeus snorted, a rumble escaping his chest like a contented dragon. "Perhaps, Squire Giggle Monster," he conceded, eyes half closed. "But remember, the sunbeam gets dibs on my belly tomorrow, and my jowls demand at least 6 chin scritches as a tribute to my grumpy majesty, plus bonus belly rubs for each rainbow sock we liberated and double bonus ear scratches for any bewildered kittens we encountered." And so, under the starlit sky, their day of mischief and laughter came to an end. A testament to the enduring bond between a grumpy bulldog and his energetic Frenchie, 2 furry bundles of joy proving that even the most mismatched pairs can create a symphony of canine chaos, 1 drool-covered sock, belly rub, and bubble rainbow at a time, with a generous sprinkle of giggleberries and bewildered kittens for good measure.
As our brushes rest and Zeus's portrait comes to life on the canvas, let's take a moment to bask in the warmth of the tales we've shared today. From the faraway lands of Ukraine to the bustling suburbs of the United States, Zeus and Doug have taken us on an unforgettable journey filled with laughter, adventure, and a touch of mischief. Much like the layers of watercolor that have brought this image to life, their stories are woven with a brilliant threads of character and heart. Every stroke, every hue tells a part of their story. If you've enjoyed the tale of our furry friends and the art that inspired by them, consider subscribing for more stories and paintings. Share your own pet stories in the comments below, and don't forget to follow us on social media for sneak peeks of what's to come. Thank you for spending this time with us. Your support brings these stories to life as much as any brush can color to the canvas. We invite you to continue this journey together, inviting and sharing tales that warm the hearts and stir the soul. Stay in tune for our next adventure where we'll meet new characters and explore new landscapes both on paper and in prose. Until next time, keep your tails wagging and your hearts open to the stories that surround us. Farewell, dear friends, until our paths cross again in the next Tales audio adventure. Bye!